Rivers of Nihil. They are a 4-piece technical death metal band from Pennsylvania. Their new album is self-titled, and it was released on the 30th of May through Metal Blade. So after the work, me and you, I think I kind of completely gave up on Rivers of Nihil, to be honest. I think, yeah, I'm not really interested in this band anymore because I just found that album so boring. Like, you can go back and you can find the podcast episode that we talked about it. It was like the first time me and you had ever been critical about anything on the podcast ever, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a brutal one, man. I mean, Where Owls Know My Name is just such an important record to me, and I love it to death and wanted to love the work, and then the work was the work, and then the vocalist left, and then they sort of went quiet for a bit, and then we got some singles.
They've had a bit of a switch up with this band, right? So you say, Jake Diefenbecker, I think it was, left, and then Adam, who's the bassist, moved into the position as full-time harsh vocalist, and then they recruited Andy Thomas from the band Black Crown Initiate to be rhythm guitarist and the melodic vocalist. So they have had quite a bit of a switch up, and they did drop a few bits and pieces of singles, and as I was checking them out, I was like, oh, hello, I might actually be a lot more interested in this again. Rivers are back on the radar. And now we're sitting here with the self-titled album, and I've got to say, everybody in the Heavyist Discord who's moaning about it, you guys are wrong. Oh, sorry, you're just wrong. I respect every single one of you. You got cool taste, you're cool people, but you are so wrong about this album. This album is fucking brilliant.
Gary, I think I'm addicted to it. It's been the thing that I can't stop putting it on. I'll tell you what it was. I drove up to London last week, and it was just a great album for the car. It was a great album that was heavy. I had two friends in the car, and they're not exactly into super, super heavy stuff, but I don't mind a riff or two. They're not going to turn their nose up at a riff. And this album just hit the goddamn spot, man. I think they have, they're working to a different template now. They're working to, a much higher percentage of melodic vocals. Melodic vocals are not just something they utilize on maybe a couple of tracks and build something beautiful out of. This is a band that is playing technical death metal with choruses now. This is what they're doing. This is their thing. They're not playing these crazy progressive huge parts, and there is things like that in the record, but fundamentally what they're doing, if you're a person that grew up loving Killswitch Engage, right? I can't see how you would have a problem with what's going on in this record. This is just tech death Killswitch to me, right? This is just very good, and it's very heavy when it's heavy. I feel the two things, it's about beautiful vocals, and then it's about being really fucking hard, and it's undeniably very, very hard quite a lot of the time.
Yeah. You can't argue. You can understand why when Rivers were first really breaking through after they released Owls, they did a lot of tours with deathcore bands, and you can kind of see that makes sense when you listen to this record and you hear, it's quite techy. It's got a bit of a gent to it, a bit of an arg to the guitar sound. The guitar sound is really crisp and crunchy. Even when they're in their most melodic of melodic moments on the record, the kick pedal is it's being played straight on your forehead. It's so savage. And the fact that they've just harnessed the power of this ridiculous singing voice that comes from the guy from Black Crown Initiate and just done these massive skyscraper choruses in every song just makes it better. There's an argument around the cheesiness, the cheese factor. And to those people, I say, cheesiness has always been a part of metal, unfortunately. Cheesiness and, kind of tongue-in-cheekness is part of the metal DNA. And I think all they've done is just take a little bit of that, just a little bit, maybe like a like a Judas Priesty kind of element, just a tiny little sprinkle, and added it into what they're doing, and it just makes everything feel more monumental. It just makes everything feel like flagship, and it's not just like, oh well, here's a bit of a kind of guy going, no, these are like proper
this is proper
choruses.
massive hooks that that bore their way into your soul and like just become part of you. I'm absolutely just round the house humming it, singing it, and it's the vocals that are the hooks, sorry, that are the bits that are sticking with me. It's not like on Where Owls Know My Name. I just like, it's all the like really harsh, heavy friggin' bits.
The huge riffs and all the big like expansive stuff is kind of what you kind of take away, whereas on this you just take away a fucking sick chorus from every G.
Yeah, they're in me, man. This like that Water and Time, that has me like, and you know, I think maybe maybe I was a bit more ready for this record because that Black Crown Initiate record really stuck with me. It was like something that I was like, oh, is this tech death and this slightly cheesy vocal a bit too much? And over time, I just absolutely adored it. So I think I'm prepped to enjoy this record a bit more than others. So I can see where people would sort of get their back up a bit out about it. But for me, mate, this is just a really cool, solid direction. It's sick, massive riffs, really heavy drums, and just belting choruses. It feels more. The grange's there, like in the songwriting. It's not just about like, I'm not just like, I can't wait for the bloody saxophone to come out, mate. Like, and don't get me wrong, I am a bit
when it comes out, it is fantastic.
When it comes out, I'm loving it, but I feel like the songwriting sort of accomplishments are in just weaving in and out of these gorgeous choruses.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing is, like, the influence of where those kind of things are coming from is not too dissimilar to the kind of stuff that was influencing Blood Incantation on Absolute Elsewhere, right? The prog scene and like old school dramatic prog rock, and just bringing that into this really chuggy, heavy, you know, a lot of the songs have got a sugariness to them. They quite like to like, you know, repeat grooves and really like suck you in. But then you get stuff like Despair Church, where it basically turns into Scooby-Doo for a bit, and it sounds wicked. Like, I will happily run around in that haunted mansion all day long. It's proper good. And what you were saying about Water and Time, like, that was a single, and I was kind of a bit like, this is a bit of a weird choice for a single. But now it lives in the album and it lives in me. And, you know, maybe it gets a little bit dangerously close to like a kind of radio metal, almost, dare I say, like a Five Finger Death Punch, but whatever, like, it's anthemic as fuck, and that's what's most important. And I think this record is bloody sick, and the fact that it's got a song called Rivers of Nihil on an album called Rivers of Nihil by the band Rivers of Nihil, 11 out of 10. That's all it takes. 11 out of 10. Brilliant.
Yeah,
so good. Yeah, man, this is anyone who's, I mean, respect to most people have just kind of turned around in the Discord and said, you know what, not for me. You know what, guys, for me, 100%. I love this album, and I've listened to it so many times while I was on holiday. I've had a great time. Awesome record.
Love it, mate. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, the self-titled album by Rivers of Nihil is sick.